Hello, this is a short review video on my new cooking system that is the Jetboil Zip, and this is marketed as a very compact, very lightweight and fuel efficient cooking system. I cannot really comment on the fuel efficiency yet. What comes to the claim that this would be lightweight, the official weight of the product is 345 grams without the gas container. I have measured this to be 358 grams, so it's not the lightest cooking system that you can get. You can easily make up a system that is lighter than this with a gas burner. Also, what comes to the claim that this would be really compact, it's not really. This is something like 15 centimeters tall and something like 11 centimeters wide. So if you want to have a really lightweight and smaller system than this, you can easily make that kind of setup yourself by getting a very lightweight burner and a small cup. What comes to the usability, well, I would say that this is very well thought out of system. What comes to the claims of the fuel efficiency, I haven't really used that so much that I could make any kind of comment on how much fuel this uses, but I have compared this to my old cooking system, and I would say that this is as fast as my old system. So I can boil 6 deciliters of really cold water, let's say something like in 3 minutes, so that it's boiling. So I would say that it's adequately fast system. Now this comes in blue and black cover or color. This cozy is interchangeable, so if you accidentally get the blue like I did, you can easily order these cozies from the interwebs, of course. Now the cooking system has several components, so let's go immediately to those. So on the bottom we have this little plastic cover that is covering this flush ring and the bottom of the cup. This also contains some measuring lines, so you can easily use this for measuring water or drinking tea or coffee or whatever. And then we have the lid that is made some kind of plastic material, very rubbery, and it has this power spout and strainer, so you can use this to drink your coffee so you don't accidentally spill it, and also you can strain water out of your food or vegetables or whatever you are cooking. A good addition, can't really complain about this. What is good about this system, that the 100 gram gas container goes inside the pot, so well, that's good if you are using these 100 gram containers. If you are using the larger ones like the 200 gram containers, they don't fit inside, so keep that in mind. But if you are on a 1 week trip, summertime, 100 gram container should be enough if you are traveling alone and you don't really need that much of boiling water. So what else do we have? We have the burner. It's quite simple with of course the gas valve here for adjusting, and then we have these locking rivets here, and these locks to the cup, and I will show that later on. What is the negative side of this system, that this doesn't have any kind of a lighting system. So unlike my old system that had the electric piezo lighting, so if you take this one out for trekking, you need either a lighter or matches, or maybe flint and steel. Flint and steel might be most convenient way, so you don't have to worry about wet matches. What also comes with the system is a relatively good tripod for your gas container, and this can hold, so the 100 gram containers, but also the larger ones. I would say that it's quite well designed, can't really complain about this. And what is good about this system, that it's relatively easy to set up, but what's also quite good about this, that you can easily move this around even when you are basically boiling your water. Now the cozy, like I said, is interchangeable. It just comes out if you pull it from the top. We have a quite nice handle with some warning labels, and we have this little hoop, so you can easily basically hang this from a ceiling or from a branch, either from here or from this little loop. And we have this little go-through pocket here, so if you have forks and spoons or your flint and steel, you can easily just put them underneath here. And this is made out of neoprene, so it will make the boiling container more efficient, but it also makes it possible that you can easily hold it and transfer it, even if it would be full of hot liquids and hot foods, so you don't have to find out your handle like you need with the Trangias and other systems. So quite well thought out the system. And how this works is that we have these little rivets here, and we have these slots here, and this locks by twisting it firmly, and now the whole system is quite well secured and ready for use. And like I said, because it's one unit, you can basically, even if you are boiling hot water and you have the lid on, you can easily transfer this to some place else where it's not on the way. Let's say if you are, you should not ever boil in the camp or in a tent, but anyhow, wherever you need to transfer it. And like I said, if you want to hang this from a tree or whatever, you can easily do it by hanging it from here, even if you are cooking. And I would say that I cannot really complain about the system that much. I will be making more test videos probably about how fast this is and how efficient this is, so I can give some kind of scientific opinion about the system. But what comes to the usability and all that other stuff, the only thing I have to complain is the lack of the lighter system. And well, there is one thing, in some pictures you can see that kind of a little accessory that comes on top of here with a little arms. That accessory doesn't come with the zip system, so if you want to have other pots than this official Jetboil container, you will definitely need that. But if you don't plan to use other containers and pots and kettles and frying pans, you don't really need that. But if you decide to get that, that will cost something like 14 to 20 euros. It's not too much. I paid something like 90 euros for this system, and I noticed that the cheapest that I have found from the interwebs is something like 80 euros. The most expensive is something like 100 euros. So there is a little play in the price, but I would say that the 90 euros for the system is quite acceptable. Like I said, there will be some kind of test and comparison video coming up quite rapidly, I hope. And at this point I don't really have anything else to say about the overall technical concepts of the boiler.